Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And several live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us today. Full house today, full boat. Jay Briggs with us. Alex Smart, Wayne Scott. From the Final Four in Houston, Tony Brown on location. El Ninos, Damon Sosh, Rod Zawecki, Shane Mickelson. And a little bit later here, probably on the bottom of the hour, here's how the lineup for this evening. Smart, Sosh, Brown, Ninos, Mickle, Briggs, Scott, Zawecki, and I will close this one out. All right, ready to roll here with the show. Let's go ahead and welcome in Alex Smart. We'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Completed a pretty good college basketball season. We'll bring in Alex right now. Alex, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing, Tony? I think we're going to pick on some hockey tonight, see if we can bring home some cash for our clients. And we're going to look at that Toronto game against Columbus. And I think it's an interesting situation here. If you just look at both teams, it's obvious they're two teams at the opposite end of the performance spectrum this season. You know, one's headed to the playoffs, one's not. You know, some will say that Columbus is in tank mode. But, you know, Toronto sort of hit like a speed bump here, coming in at probably the worst possible time. You want to have some momentum going into the playoffs, and you can feel there's like this energy in the when the Leafs play lately, and you can see it too. I mean, on the scoreboard, they haven't scored more than 3 goals in each of their last 5 games. I mean, that's three. This is a pretty talented offensive team, but you know, guys like Marnier and some of the other guys at Tavares are pretty banged up here late in the season. So I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see them play as much as usual, or Marnier may not even play tonight, they're saying. And Tavares, I think, is a game-time decision. I'm not sure about that now as of me speaking about it. It could have changed since this afternoon. But anyway, to make a long story short here, we're gonna say, I know that Columbus is probably after Connor Bedard, but you know what? Sometimes you have to just pull up your socks, maybe let your ego take the best of you, and no matter, you know, no coach is telling his team not to win. But it's, you know, I'll just tell you another thing about Toronto too. They're very, very average against losing teams like the Ducks, the Blue Jackets, the Sharks, the Canadians, the Blackhawks. They haven't got winning records against any of those. They've even gone 0-2 against the Arizona Coyotes. So it just seems like, you know, the energy's low in the locker room, low on the ice right now. Columbus, maybe this could be their last big, they're not in the playoffs, obviously, a big playoff game, important game for them tonight. And not important, but an important, I guess, for their egos and their further respect here in the NHL as players, as a team. And, you know, that means a lot because contracts do mean a lot. So anyway, after all that, I'm going to say let's go with Columbus to upset the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight.
All right, big dog here from Alex. The Blue Jackets plus 355 here against the Maple Leafs. Of course, Maple Leafs got the playoffs, and that's something, a lot of pressure in Toronto for this team to go far in the playoffs. You can understand me, but let down here towards the end of the season because just so much pressure. That's such a pressure city there for these in hockey.
Yeah, they used to call Detroit Hockey City, and Toronto is definitely Hockey City in Canada. I mean, it's still hockey centric. They love their NFL now in Canada, but hockey centric all the way. And you know what? They don't have in my opinion, they don't have the goaltending to take them all the way. And I wouldn't be surprised by a first round elimination. You know, we'll see. But they're a team I just wouldn't bet on. I just don't like the way they look. And like you said, all the pressure. It has a way of filtering down into the players' subliminal mindsets.
All right, Blue Jackets plus 355 against the Maple Leafs. This one have a start time here, 7 Eastern Time. All right, Alex, let's look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, a big card here from the NBA, 13-game card here from the NBA. Got lots as well here on the ice. Of course, baseball as well. We're going to have, let's see, 2 games, 1 game in progress. Yeah, 14 games remaining. Big card tonight here from NHL, NBA, and, of course, Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
We've got all 3 going on. We're really hitting it tonight. Major League Baseball, the NBA, and NHL. And streaking in NHL now, looking for more money for my clients. So join me from now until the Stanley Cup champions are crowned, and let's make a lot of money.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results in the NHL, 1,014 units of profit. So get on board with Alex. He's got plays up there tonight big 5-pack up there, NBA, and there's more puck line NHL as well. But of course, the long-term pass will serve you well. You may consider that 7-day all sports pass. Get all Alex's premium plays for 7 days, covers NBA, NHL, and baseball. Pick is a promo code to save 15% off at checkout. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. That's even greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Take care, Tony. Bye-bye.
You got it, Alex Smart here on the drive through. Let's continue on here on the show, guys. Next up, we're going to bring in Damien Sosh. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Bring in Damien from Philadelphia area. I think we're ready to roll here in just a second. Damien to go. Damien, what's happening? We got you there on the vertical screen. Well, we might have lost contact there. Oh, here we go.
Am I here?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, should I just go with it, Tony?
Yeah, just go with it. All right.
Take a look here at this buck, and I'm taking a look at a little bit different angle and it's a player prop. And I'm really liking this year over 17.5 points. He might only be averaging 2 points in the season, but over his last 5 games, he averaged 22.2 points per game. And he's come back-to-back season highs and scored 27 points against the Magic on March 3rd, followed that up on April 2nd. A lot of that has to do with the fact that Pittsburgh's kind of just the only scoring option right now on the Wizards. I mean, they're right now without Beal, Kuzma, Porzingis. Those guys average over 20 points per game. Monty Morris is also out. He averages in double digits. Also, this last game against the Knicks, and Kuzma, and Pittsburgh led the team in field goal attempts. So, and he's a good shooter. He shoots over 50% from work, 43% from 3. And when he gets to the line, he doesn't get to the line much, but he hits 86% of his foul shots. Bucks are pretty much middle of the pack when it comes to points allowed, 113 points per game. Total in this one set at 230.5. So we're going to see some scoring, and I like Pittsburgh to hit that over the point total.
All right, we got Damien here on Corey Kispert over 17.5 points. Yeah, it's hard to argue that one, Damien. When you look here at the line, as you said, it's just a Washington Wizards team that's pretty much going nowhere, and they're just pretty much resting their scorers. And you don't know Beal, Kuzma, Morris, Porzingis. Someone's got to score. Kispert from Gonzaga, second-year guy, has got to get going.
Yeah, and he's really stepped up to the like I said, the Wizards have no chance of making the playoffs. Let these guys play. He's getting a lot of minutes. He'll get a lot of shots, and I think he's going to get a lot of points for it.
All right, there you go. Damien here on Corey Kispert over 17.5 points. This one to have a start time here, 7 Eastern time. All right, Damien, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, showing great results in the NHL. We do have a pretty big card here from the NHL. Of course, big game out west tonight. Also, lots in baseball, 14 games on the board, as well as action here, NBA 13-game card. So close to 30 games up on the board still. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got 2 plays I really love tonight. 2 Major League Baseball, 1 NBA. You can get them all on my winner circle pass. And my NBA plays I really like. NBA up and out one just $19, and then once that hit, hook yourself up with a long-term plan. That's the best way to go.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Damien Sosh over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results here in the NHL. So get on board with Damien. Plays for tonight, as well as the long-term passes. He was saying, Damien, the 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. Get all of his premium plays for that time period you select. When you go to his handicapper page, make that purchase, a winner circle pass up there on a 3-pack, but instead get the long-term pass. Even the $19 premium is up there as well. You get all those plays on the 7-day pass. Every play that Damien enters in the system is yours when you get the long-term pass. That 7-day pass covers you a week of action here. Of course, use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. All right, Damien, as always, great having you on the show. Have a great evening. We'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Thanks, Tony. Have a good one.
You got a Damien Sosh here on the drive to. Let's continue on here on the show. Let's go out to, I was going to say Las Vegas, Nevada, but not. He's at the side of the Final Four. Witnessed the game last night between UConn and San Diego State in person. That's Tony Brown. We'll bring him in right now from, he is in Houston right now, so let's go ahead and bring him in. I think we're about ready to roll here with Tony Brown. Of course, he resides in Las Vegas, Nevada, but had an invite to go see the final, which is a cool thing to do. We'll bring him in right now. Tony Brown, what's happening?
What's going on, man? I'm from Texas now. When in Rome, be like Rome.
hook 'em horns, but you're in Houston right now. Cougar, that's Cougar territory, my man. That's Cougar. That's Houston Cougars.
Right.
That's the team that the Houston fans wanted in that game last night.
Yeah, they wanted everything in that game except San Diego State. The odds, they were one of the big dogs, but they persevered, man. So we just came out here and watched the game. That was my first time ever at a championship game. I've been to tons of games, never a title game, and it was worth the experience.
Now, a good experience for Tony Brown there in Houston, watching San Diego State and UConn in the finals. All right, Tony Brown, we go to the baseball diamond tonight here as the Nationals host the Rays. The Rays big favorites, $1.75, total of 9.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where I just want to keep on going with the flow. There's only 2 undefeated teams in the MLB this season so far, and after 4, the Rays are one of them. Not only have they been winning, they've been dominating. They won all 4 of the games on the run line, and they look good on both sides of the ball. They've outscored their opponents 5-6. They're putting up major numbers, and they're not giving up anything. They already have 1 shutout. Now, mind you, they've only played Detroit and Washington, but they're still playing Washington. They got the 3-game sweep over Detroit, and they won game 1 over Washington on the run line. You know what we say over here, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Look for Tampa to go 5 on the run line and straight up and take out a pretty bad Washington team, last year's last place team in the MLB.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Tony Brown here says go ahead and take the run line with this one. Rather 1.5 with the Rays here, minus 118 here against the Nationals, a team that has just been had their issues here, of course, on and on. And now you have Josh Fleming, a lefty, may either be the starter or he's going to go the bulk of the innings. You know how Tampa Bay likes to play around with the opener, so there was some question marks here on Fleming. If you don't see him start, it's because there'll be an opener in there. They weren't sure yet what they were going to do, but Fleming will get the bulk of the innings here to start the game. Chad Kuhl is somebody we know well, who's moving over from the Rockies over to the Nationals. Might have some sort of delay there with Tony. Oh, there you are. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, and this is the time you want to mess around with like an opening starter and all that. Like this, whatever kinks you need to work out or do, you do it against Washington.
There you go. Tony Brown here on Rays run line. Lay the run in half against the Nationals. This one to have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a go over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. So good results in the NHL. Big NHL card here for tonight, as well as still 13 games on the board here for Major League Baseball. We've got a big NBA card with 13, so lots of games on the board tonight, Tony Brown. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium? A little lag there with Tony Brown's signal there. But anyway, guys, get on board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. I guess there may be a little bit of lag on the internet connection, maybe the hotel in there, but get on board Tony Brown with his plays, the Tuesday play up there as well. If you can hear me,
yeah, it's a delay. It's kind of like a Chinese movie, one of those films. I can see my lips moving, but the words come out after. So I'm going to just make it short and sweet so you guys can get the pick. I got 3 big picks in the NBA tonight. I'm in the hoops mood because I've been watching basketball. So I'm in the hoops mood, and we're going to sell the NBA 3-pack.
3-pack, get on board right now. Tony Brown with that 3-pack over at Pick Dogs Premium. Remember, they are credit guarantee, must turn a profit, and the amount you purchase is credit back for your site credits. That is credit guarantee. Of course, the long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass, all of Tony Brown's premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his Handicapper page and make that purchase, pick is the promo code to save 15% off. All right, Tony Brown, have a great time there in Houston. Enjoy the food. Have a great trip home. And I think we'll catch you again Thursday when you're in Vegas. Got it. Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, we'll continue on the show. If you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on next up with Al Ninos. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. I think we're ready to roll here with Al Ninos. Gave us a pick last night, which was quite interesting. Interesting game there. He was on the Guardians, and man, that was one of the wildest games you're going to see, especially from a team that can't hit, a team that can't score, puts up 11 and lose.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a very, very interesting matchup there. You said didn't quite win it as comfortably as I was hoping they would, and just another reason why I like my -1 so much. But yeah, anyways, they ended up winning the game. But yeah, it's just a one point win. But yeah, it was quite the game, as you mentioned.
Quite a game.
They definitely put up a lot more fight than I thought they would.
Wow, that was something to witness there. But tonight we go here, Major League Baseball, Royals and the Blue Jays here. Blue Jays favorite here, $1.75, total of 10.
Yeah, you say Kikuchi, I say over, man. This guy is just one of my favorite pitchers to fade. We normally would love the Blue Jays in this matchup. Obviously, it didn't work out for them yesterday, but I just can't back them with Kikuchi getting the start here. And it's not like it's much better for the Royals with Chris Bubich getting the start there. The total's gone over in his last 4 starts, and as bit worried about the Royals' offense with this pick. Looking at the over here, but after scoring 9 runs last night, I think they should be okay against Kikuchi again here. If anyone has the Nerfy in this game, I really wish you the best of luck, and I wouldn't even mind you hitting that Nerfy. Because it still leaves us 8 innings to work with us against subpar pitching here. So I think we still have plenty of time to get over here. This number opened at 9.5, and it was even money for the over. So a big move on this total, and it's now juiced to the over 10 and juiced to that over. So yeah, big move there, but still like this one to go way over the total.
Alnino says go over here, Blue Jays and Royals over the total here of 10 runs. Yeah, Kikuchi in the lineup was a walk. But double-digit walk rate, very high home run rate last year. I think it was close to 2 runs per 9 innings, which is just kind of which is atrocious in Major League Baseball. It's been a bad performance there for Kikuchi. Of course, Bubik is he's had his issues as well on the mound.
Yeah, again, he's, as I said, not much better, but I'd still probably lean towards the Blue Jays to get their payback here, but it's so hard for me to get behind Kikuchi, and every time I do end up on there, it quickly reminds me why I shouldn't be on him. So I'd rather stick to this over, and I think that's the best play for this matchup. Yeah, Bubich again, no ace either himself. He actually has worse numbers than Kikuchi. So I really do like the Blue Jays. It's just going to be who scores more, I guess, in this game.
This is where these new rule changes inflate, where they're on blast. Really, is when you get down to these bottom starters, right? This is where these new rule changes go on blast.
Yeah, you'd expect the better starters, obviously, to make better adjustments, but who knows? Maybe this will work out better for some of these pitchers. It's kind of like some players. We've seen Giannis struggle at the free throw line. He probably was taking too long thinking about. Sometimes you can get inside your own head, and beat yourself that way. Just overthinking, simple things, and might work out to some pitchers' advantage. But again, not what they want to be doing. So at least early on, I like it to play against them a little bit. So yeah, I like the over.
All right, El Nino's trying. It's funny. I was just looking at a monitor here. Everyone. There's a lot of people in the handicapping business, El Nino's, but I'm getting so. It's interesting how they're starting to make these fancy titles for handicapper. They just saw one ready for this one, data engineer. The guy handicapper now call himself a data. Yeah, he's now calling himself a data engineer. So there's another name for you're a handicapper, okay?
Did he get a degree for that, or
I don't know. He's calling himself a data engineer. I guess. Oh boy, I guess I'm a data engineer. No, you're a handicapper is what you are, my friend. All these names, all these specialists, analysts, you're seeing all these fancy names now in this industry, El Ninos.
Well, there's definitely different ways to handicap. I'll give them
that. Well, they're a handicapper. How everyone uses a little bit of everything, and it just seems to be funny that some of these guys are just like coming up with these weird names. But anyway, Blue Jays Royals over the total of 10 runs. This one have a start time here, 7:40 Eastern time. Right down, Let's take a look over at Pick Dog's for tonight's action. You see the good results here in Major League Baseball. 637 units of profit. El Ninos off to a hot start on the diamond. Tonight we got a big card remaining. One game going on right now. D-backs and Padres in the 8th in a close one. And of course we've got 13 left in baseball, 13 in NBA, 13 in hockey. 39 games to bet on here, El Ninos. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
A lot of action. I had 5 in the MLB, just a 3-pack there though. So a couple extra plays for everyone on the long-term passes. I got 2 plays in the NBA and my best bet in the NHL. Got a 3-pack with my best bet in each sport. A 3-pack, as I mentioned, in the MLB. My $19 play in the NBA. But again, always best way to go, especially during baseball season, is getting one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper specials.
Yeah, that's a great time here. They get the long-term passes. A lot of volume in baseball games just about every day. High volume of activity there. At least 5 days out of the week, there's 15 games. And, of course, they spread them out the rest of the week as well. Those days, other days, you'll have 10, you'll have 9. So there's lots of action here in baseball. Of course, we got NBA and whatnot. Long-term pass will serve you well. 7 days pass is a good value. You can try El Nidos for 7 days on the long-term pass. Use promo code PINK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. All right, Al. It's always great having a show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Have a good one, Tony.
You got El Nidos here on the drive to. Let's continue on here on the show. Shane Mickle is scheduled up next. I'm looking here at the board. Let's see if he's on. If not, we'll jump. Let's see. We'll continue here on the drive to. We'll see if Shane is in. He said he was going to sign in a little later today. Well, we got his pick. Let's see if he's signed in right now. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Nope, he's not ready yet. So we'll continue on here and we'll move on to Jay Briggs. Catch Jay over at Pick Dogs Premium, doing fine work up there. He's been doing. You see him on top of leaderboards. Catch him on that on the NBA live show. Hope you caught him at 4 Eastern time. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on tonight, Tony T?
Going great. All right, here we go tonight. NBA 7 Eastern time. Pistons home to the Heat. The Heat 13.5-point favorites on the road. Total 218.
Yes, sir, Tony T. In this one, I'm going with the Pistons. Y'all know I love fading the Miami Heat. And quite honestly, the Miami Heat are still the worst covered team in the entire NBA. And laying 13.5 points with them on the road is just somewhere I don't want to be. I think the Pistons can be scrappy in this spot like we've seen them do a few times. They're not the best team in the league. They're actually probably the worst. But I think this line is slightly too high. I do think the Heat win this game, but laying 13.5 points with the Heat is definitely not somewhere I want to be. I'm expecting this Pistons team to be scrappy tonight and possibly get us an outright cover or maybe sneak in that back door at the end.
All right, Jay here going with the Pistons 13.5-point underdogs here against the Miami Heat. Of course, the Miami Heat team that's trying to avoid that play-in round. But, hey, listen, they've had plenty of chances to try to avoid that play-in round. You're going to start hearing must win, must win, must win. And, of course, in the NBA, there's no excuses. You have 82 games, and Miami Heat has put themselves in this position where they might have to play in the play-in round.
Yeah, they sure have, Tony. Nobody to blame but themselves. And this is a must-win. And I'm not saying that they don't win. They probably do win. But there's a difference between winning and winning by 13.5, especially like for I said, the worst cover team in the entire NBA, the Miami Heat, man. They've been terrible ATS all year, and I don't just think they magically fixed it here to close out the year. Laying double digits, not where I want to be tonight.
Yeah, we got a full season of stats, and the stats say Miami's having struggled shooting the basketball, and that's really. And if in these days and age, you could, back in the day, maybe before Jay was born, you could get by on defense, but these days you better be able to make shots. I don't care how good your defense is, you're not going to win in the NBA now without shooting the basketball accurately.
Yeah, some of the worst teams in the league's shot ratings better than some of the best teams back then. The offenses have just evolved. Defense has kind of stayed the same. I think offensively, the game is just going to a different level with guys, having much more training time, much more technology for training, and, just the overall expansion of the game. Offense has taken huge leaps forwards. Defense, not so much. It's only so much you can do.
Only much you can do defensively. If some of these guys can make a shot, you put a hand in their face, they can make it blindfold. Some of these guys can make these shots blindfolded. So it doesn't matter if you have a hand in their face, right? How good they are. All right, the Pistons plus 13.5 here against the Heat. This one to start 7 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for nice action. Of course, great results over the last 7 days. Big cards, right? 13, 13, 13. NBA, MLB, NHL, because you have to play on the ice as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
10 plays for me tonight. I got a lot of action today, man. I got 3 in the MLB, including my $25 MLB play of the day. I did drop it yesterday with my Rangers, but we've hit 4 of our last 5, so we've only had 5 days MLB, so we're 4-1 to begin the season on that play. We look to bounce back on it today. You can scoop that up for $25. It's also included in the MLB 3-pack. I also got 7 plays in the NBA tonight. We've got a huge NBA card, 13 games. I really like tonight's card, man. I got 7 games. Most are just for my long-term people, so hop on some long-term. But I do have a 3-pack up there for sale, my money-making 3-pack in the NBA tonight, which includes my $19 NBA Jam Session play, or you can get that play separately. I've hit 7 of my last 10 on that. We go for 8 of our last 11. scoop it up, Pick Dogs Premium, hop on something long term. I was in the middle of a really great week last week. Last night wasn't the best. I kind of threw my units away. But we bounced back today. We have a huge chance to bounce back today. I absolutely love the card. Hop on Pick Dogs Premium. Let's do just that.
Do that just with the Jay now with these big cards. You're going to get a lot of action now, guys. So no better time to get the long-term pass. 7 days. You want to try out Jay for 7 days. There you go. Remainder of the NBA regular season, as well as action here from NHL and MLB for 7 days. That's the way to roll. 7-day pass. Use a promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. That's even greater value there. All right, Jay. It's always great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again on Thursday. But I know you do a lot here on the Pick Dogs channel. We've got it's not 13 games. We do have 8 games on the NBA tomorrow. But you also have on the archive your NBA morning show, your morning drop there on demand, and also a live NBA show that you do here at NBA Jam Session. You do here at 4 Eastern time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So today's live jam session, guys, was my guy Wayne Scott. We cooked it up today. We dropped the parlay for y'all at the end. That show, we try to update y'all on late information and injuries that happened throughout the day. So that's what we try to do. And I also come in the morning as we try to get ahead of some of the news. So check out both shows, man, as we just trying to cook it up this NBA, man, to close out the season. Some tight races coming down, man. That Western Conference back end's looking pretty interesting, man. See if my Mavs get in or if we're going to be on the outside looking in. And come playoff time, it's going to be really fun. I'm excited. It's wide open this year.
It is. You got a big one tomorrow night out here, which you're going to on your show. We'll look forward to what you thought about that Lakers and Clippers game. Lakers will be on a back-to-back at Udall tonight, but the Clips will have lots of rest advantage tomorrow.
Yes, sir. That's going to be. We got one of those two teams could be in the play-in. Lakers could possibly play their way all the way out of it. So we'll see how it shakes down tomorrow.
Yeah, should be fun.
Today, we got some action today. I'm excited for today's action, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, big game tonight. Won't have to sweat too much because the Mavs don't play until tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. We need to see what's up with them Thunder buddies tonight, though.
You'll see. Yeah, the Thunder.
We need them to lose 2 of their last 3.
Yep, they're getting a little bit of a cold spell right now. They dropped one last night to Phoenix. I know it broke probably a lot of people's hearts in that one, but that's how it rolls. Phoenix is starting to get themselves together now. They could be a tough out. They're chasing Sacramento. I don't know. The Kings better get a win soon.
Yep. Hey, watch out for the Suns, man. They're starting to look good now. Kevin Durant's back in the fold. I think they are still the favorites to win it all. Probably my favorites right now too.
Yep, they're playing rock solid basketball right now. All right, Jay, have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Tony T. See you Thursday.
You got Jay Briggs here on the Drive Thru. Guys, reminder, if you missed a pick, we'll recap here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. All right, we were expecting, Shane Mickle was up, was supposed to join us. He's still waiting for Shane to sign in. So let's go to, next up, Wayne Scott. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring in Wayne right now. I think we're ready to roll here with Wayne. He was a guest on the NBA Jam Session today. Hope you guys caught that show. I think we're ready to roll here with Wayne Scott. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick Dog family?
Things going great, Wayne. All right, here we go. NBA tonight. One of the 4-13 on the card. We'll feature the Bucks to face the Wizards. Milwaukee, 14 on the road, total 230.5.
Yes, sir. We got a kind of big line movement from where it opened up at, and I originally got in at, but that's all right. We got both of these teams going in different directions. We got the Bucks coming off a home win to Philly, 117-104. Before that, they lost, and they were giving up a lot of points, but they came back and locked up with some good defense. I like what I seen out of them. They're 7-3 in their last 10, and this Wizards team in the opposite direction, 3-7 in their last 10. They lost their last 2. They lost to New York on the road, 109-118, and they lost to Orlando at home, 109-116 by 7 points. The Wizards have played the Bucks already. March 5th, the Bucks won on the Wizards court like they are tonight, 111-117. So they won by 6. Wizards had no Kuzma, but they did have Bill and Porzingis. They combined for 57 points and 22 rebounds. They'll be missing that much action tonight. This is one of those things where I respected the Wizards and their starters. I love what they had going when all of them are in, but all of them are out. And one thing I didn't like about the Wizards, even when they got a couple wins together and they were stringing together some good defense, I didn't like that they didn't have a strong bench. So now you have all these bench players moved up to starters, and now they basically have the D League as a bench. And I just don't think that the Bucks are missing enough tonight. I think that they can cover this 11.5 is what I originally got it at, but even at 14, I think they can cover it with the players they have. They do have Middleton out, but as I mentioned, they beat the Wizards earlier this season at home, and they didn't have Middleton in that game. So they've been in this situation before, and the Wizards are missing a lot. So I like the Bucks here.
All right, we got Wayne here on the Bucks to lay the big number here against the Washington Wizards, a team that has lost they've been on a bad spell with 7 of their past 9, pretty much out of the playoff picture here. And of course, dropped a loss at New York, dropped some games to Orlando, had that upset win against Boston, one of those head scratching wins. But you know what, this is a Buck team here that was able to rebound after that embarrassment there against Boston.
Yes, sir. As you mentioned rebound, but you can mention a lot of things about this Bucks team. They're just a very deep team. They got Porter, Crowder, Engel, plenty of guys that come off this bench. Javion Carter. They beat up on the bad teams. They're 13-3 ATS in their last 16 against a team with a losing record. They're second in field goal defense, 7th in 3-point defense. So good luck tonight, Wizards, with this Bucks team, even missing Middleton tonight.
All right, we got Wayne here, Bucks lane 14 here against the Wizards. This one have a start time here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs from tonight. We see great results in the NBA, 470 units of private all document over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results here from Wayne. All right, tonight on the board, 13-13-13, right? NBA, college basketball, NBA, MLB, as well as NHL on the board. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got 5 plays total tonight. I have 4 NBA, 1 MLB. I just got a 3-pack out for sale. So for my long-term members, I do have the 2 extra plays, my 1 extra MLB and 1 extra NBA. So go check my 3-pack out, my Make It Take It 3-pack. 2 underdogs and 2 money line underdogs that I'm on, and 1 plus money underdog that I'm on for the night. So pick that up in that 3-pack if you want to be in those save 3 games with me, and pair me up with these handicappers, with these top handicappers, with our 2-for-1 capper special, and use the promo code PICK so you can always save for us when you grabbing one of my plays.
That's right, guys. Got a brother Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. So look at the results here in the NBA. 470 units of profit, all document over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get on board with Wayne, get that long-term pass, and use that promo code PICK at checkout to save that 15% off. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But I know you also contribute today on that NBA Live show.
Yes, sir. I had a good time with Jay on there. As Jay mentioned earlier, we whipped up a nice little parlay, gave our opinion on all the sides, gave a couple totals on there, and just gave how we were feeling about the NBA card today. So go check that out. And I always appreciate having Jay having me on that show. So.
Absolutely. All right, Wayne, have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, Tony T. All right, Pick Dog family, let's cash out. Start this middle of this week pretty good.
Got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive. So let's continue on here on the show, guys. Up next, we now see Shane Mickle has signed in, so we'll bring in Shane Mickle, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also, written contributor to the sites at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. So we'll bring in Shane Mickle in right now. I think we're ready to roll. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going? Sorry, the basement was flooding. I was trying to get my office back in order, but it wasn't quick enough. So, but we're here. We're ready to give out a free winner.
All right, free winner indeed. Here we go tonight, 8 Eastern time. We got Grizzlies here hosting the Trailblazers. Trailblazers have been rough. It's been a rough time for this team. Total says 228.5.
Yeah, the Trailblazers play my Timberwolves and then they win. But that's besides the point. You know, it seems that people think that this Trailblazers team has changed since they beat the Timberwolves, but this Timberwolves team has had that issue all year long where they played down to their competition. And that's not something that's going to happen here with the Grizzlies. You know, we can't ignore what the Trailblazers have done their previous 3 games. They lost to the Pelicans 124-190, and they got blown out by the Kings twice. One game they really struggled in their offense, and then the last game they gave up 38 points. You know, this Memphis Grizzlies team is going to push the pace here. They're going to run up the score against the Trailblazers. And I think that they'll get at least to that 138 number like the Kings did two games ago. Look for them to run up the score here, and they're going to easily cover the spread. I think this is 25 or 30 points. I don't understand the love for the Trailblazers tonight.
All right, we got Shane here coming in on the Grizzlies here. Laid the big number here against the Portland Trailblazers. The team that, remember, they are sitting pretty much the entire starters and several key reserves. So it's basically in that lineup just role players and G leaguers is pretty much what they're sporting up there.
Yeah, definitely. And and these kids are playing. I mean, these players are playing hard. There's a lot of young players here that are getting valuable experience going forward. But I think if anything, that last game for the Trailblazers opens up the eyes of the Grizzlies and know that they can't do exactly what the Timberwolves did, or they could get beat. I think that they're just going to pour it on here like the previous 3 games for what happened with the Trailblazers. This is going to be a blowout.
And one thing I noticed from the Memphis Grizzlies, they have a very good home record. If they find a weak link at home, they're going to run up. They seem to like their stats. They like to play well against these bad teams.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a game where they're really going to also try to flex their defense. They have a lot of competitors on that team, not just on the offensive end. They're going to get chippy in there. They're going to be aggressive, and yeah, like you said, they're going to pad those stats, especially on the offensive end.
Grizzlies laying the 17.5 here against the Trailblazers. This wouldn't have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dog's for tonight's action. Great results in the NHL. Look at that, 1,388 units of profit. Winding down the NHL season, a week left to go here with a big 13-game card, 13 remaining in baseball, 13 remaining in the NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dog's Premium?
Yeah, this is kind of a weird midweek night where it feels like a Saturday almost with how many games there are, and I have a huge card. In terms of packages, I have my favorite 3 plays out there. My top NHL, top NBA, top college basketball play for $39.99. And then also in the long-term pass, I've got a plus. Last time I checked, it was 210 winner. I love. I think Vegas has gotten this line completely wrong. I'm not going to tell you what sport, but that's for just the long-term winner. So if you're looking for extra value, make sure to hop on that long-term pass to make some money together.
That's right, guys. Got aboard with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dog Premium. Great results here in NHL. Also, the past 7 days been hot. 804 units of profit. All sports combined also showing great profit here the last 30 days. Individual package tonight. But again, the long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass. You got all Shane's premium plays that he releases on the site for that period of time you select. When you go to his Handicapper page and make that purchase, Pick is a promo code to save 15% off. All right, Shane, as always, great having you show. Catch up with you in a couple of days. But I know you're a written contributor over at the site.
Yeah, and with all the sports happening, it's still a busy time of year, even though college basketball is over. So make sure to check out all the free plays happening all across the sites.
And of course, to Shane out in Minnesota, we can't let you go without giving us a comment. Your thoughts here on these Twins? They have yet to lose.
Yeah, they're just they're starting. The offense has still left a little bit to be desired, but if the pitching can, I really love the starting 5 of this rotation. So I think this is a year where they can. Probably lose to the Yankees in the playoffs again, but at least it should be an exciting regular season.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. And interesting start to see what Maeda brings after being silent for so long.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully he still has it, because if he, if he's got to, hit those edges, or work those edges, he's gonna have issues with the walks, I think. But yeah, it's exciting if you have Maeda, even a halfway healthy Maeda, as your fifth pitch in the rotation. I think your rotation is doing just fine. Absolutely,
because Maeda is a real star with those middle innings in the playoffs, because he will use the short relief. That's, if you guys know where Maeda's strength is, he will come out of the bullpen for you in the postseason. So maybe you have a shot to beat the Yankees this year, because you're going to have an arm there you can put in the bullpen.
Yeah, well, definitely, and the bullpen is one of the best bullpens in baseball. If you get to the 7th inning, you got 3 guys back there who are usually going to close the door down most nights. So yeah, if the offense can figure it out, and Byron Buxton and Correa's knee doesn't blow out, I think this could be a special year. But I'm a Minnesota fan, so I'm used to getting my heart broken. So who knows what's going to happen here.
Yeah, we'll see how it rolls. All right, Shane, have yourself a great night. We'll catch up with you again in a couple of days. But I know you're a written contributor over on the sites as well.
Yeah, make sure to check out all those works. We'll have the UFC up there in a couple of days, a big UFC card this weekend. So yeah, always plenty of writing to go around.
That's right, guys. So check Shane there on the site. All right, Shane, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again in a couple of days.
Have a good night, Tony.
You got it, Shane Mickle here on the drive through. Let's continue on our coverage, guys. If you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. We're ready to roll here with Rod Zawacki. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Rod Zawacki was, maybe this time next year we're going to see Rod Zowacki traveling, as he was telling me that he wished he had his passport because he'd be out here in Southern California for this Edmonton Oilers 2-game series here at the Kings tonight and then tomorrow against the Ducks.
Oh, I would be for sure. I would have totally traveled out to the game. The tickets are dirt cheap in LA to watch the Kings and Oilers game tonight. Like, holy man, dirt cheap. Three times the less price than what I paid to go see a game in Edmonton.
It is, and that's what happens.
And that's in the luxury box. You're in the box. They feed you and drinks. And in the luxury box for like 100 something bucks.
Yeah,
like, what?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
it's low because they're filling up that stadium in Dodger Stadium about 10 miles away. That's the thing. Is the Dodgers are in town.
Everybody's going to watch the Dodgers game. Yeah,
it's the Dodger City. This is the Dodger town, and it's sometimes Lakers, but the Dodgers fill up here. This is the LA. Obviously, they like the Dodgers out here. So when the Dodgers are home, you'll get your Kings tickets for cheap. They're home at the same time, at the same hour.
Yeah, you can see it cheap. Like dirt cheap. I was like, wow, unbelievable how cheap you can get a ticket for.
You could probably get a nosebleed in the nosebleed. You could probably get $10 around game time, about an hour before game time. You could find something for $10 in the nosebleed.
Right, so you probably get one of those standing room only bar, lean up against the bar rail type.
Yeah, I don't even think that section's open. That section might not even be open. There's only sitting only tonight, brother.
Sitting only tonight. Here you go, $10. Come on, we get your seat.
Fill it up. We'll get your seat. Sitting only. All right, here we go tonight. Raptors here on the road here to face the Hornets. The Raptors are trying to solidify themselves a good seed in the playoffs. Hornets, we know where they're at, what they're thinking about. Raptors 14.5, total 222.
Yeah, you look at this matchup, and we just seen this matchup, and the Raptors beat the Hornets by 20 in that game, and it was a little close down to about the 4 or 5 minute mark of that fourth quarter, and the Raptors just poured it on, playing the better D that they do own here. I think the Raptors are better on both ends of the court, playing the better ball right now. Winners of 7 of the last 10, 7-2-1 ATS in their last 10 games as well. And you look off of 1 day's rest, these Raptors 5-0-1 in their last 6. When you look at this Charlotte team, 3-7 ATS in the last 10 at home, 1-4 ATS in the last 5, following a double-digit blowout loss at home. So they definitely don't bounce back off of that. And the Raptors have been rolling against these Hornets, 5-1 ATS in the last 6 meetings. So 14.5. I'm going to lay it with the Raptors again. I think they win by 20 plus again here. Because Raptors definitely trying to secure up a nice spot in the playoffs, and the Hornets definitely look like they're checked out.
Yeah, they look like they're in the checkout mode here. 14.5. I'm seeing some 15.5 start to pop up, so we're seeing some line. There may be some word here in OG Anunoby, right? He's been the question mark. Barton Trent also our question, but OG, I will give OG credit, Rod, because night in and night out, he's putting up the numbers. You just don't see enough here from the supporting cast. And I use the supporting cast, not the starting 5. Those guys off the bench definitely have to contribute more to this team.
Definitely they do, and OG and Anunoby is going to be definitely in there tonight. You got Van Fleet, Anunoby, Barnes, Siakam, Hurdle, and Gary Trent. So this Raptors team is getting full healthy again. And when we see them full healthy, they know how to play some defense. And I think they shut down the Hornets. They'll be lucky to get to 100 tonight.
Yeah, Siakam's been the guy. Siakam's been the guy there, I should say. Siakam's been the guy night in, night out, putting the 30-plus on the board for them. Now you see why they've kept him.
That leads right into my little bonus prop play. Take Siakam over his point total. The book's got it light again. 24.5 points is all you got to get over here. And you look, he scored 28, 35, and 36 in all 3 meetings. In the last 3 meetings versus Charlotte this season. I think he gets into the 30s again. As the points in the paint, you should have seen last game. What was it, 90 to 50 something? Ooh, Raptors outscoring him by 40 something in the paint. Yeah, they dominated in the paint again tonight. Take Siakam over his point total as another little bonus play for you guys.
Here's the Charlotte starting 5: Maledon, Mihalik, McGowns, Thor, and Richards. So you definitely need a roster. You need definitely a G League program to figure out
G
these
League
guys.
To figure out all those guys. And they're going to fight for a spot, but good luck here tonight against a full healthy Raptors team.
Talent gap. There's a
Definitely when
reason.
they're full and healthy, know how to play D and know how to grind the boards and watch out.
You know what they say?
Long night.
There's a reason why there's a reason why this time of year they're playing and not sitting, Rod.
You're right. Exactly. Definitely a reason why.
All right. Raptors lay the 14.5 here against the Hornets. This one to have a start time 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Well, I was going to say 13's across, but no, we got some baseball games have begun already. So that's 13 NBA, 13 hockey, about 11 or so baseball on the board tonight remaining here. Big card tonight. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, massive big card tonight, and I've got a nice 5-pack in the NHL that includes my sniper play of the day. You can get that sniper play still by itself singly, or you can, as I said, get my 5-pack in the NHL. You get all 5 plays I got rolling there. Or I got a nice 3-pack in tonight's NBA action. Absolutely love. Skipped the MLB, nothing that jumped out at me that I was like, I Twins, but I didn't like the Twins, and I was like, nah, just skip baseball. There was enough hockey and NBA action tonight. I got 8 plays rolling there, so definitely that's enough for on a nice Tuesday night. Love those plays. Jump aboard, grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day, grab a 30-day. Hey, we're almost into the NBA playoffs and definitely the NHL playoffs right around the corner. Less than 2 weeks now, 13 days. We'll be talking NHL hockey playoffs, and definitely excited to do so. So let's continue to make some money. Jump aboard. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. Save 50% off all your purchases over at Dogs Premium.
That's right. Pick Dogs Premium. Boy, I just saw a somersault catch by Arizona right now to preserve that 8-5 lead in the 8th inning. McCarthy with a big catch with the San Diego trying to rally. So we'll get on board here with Razawacki over at Pick Dodge Premium. Long-term pass is the way to roll here, guys. This is when you do with all these sports overlapping and the playoffs coming up from NHL, NBA, and of course, always these big cards from the MLB, a lot of double-digit games. So do it. Use the promo code PICK. Save the 15% off. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. See that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But, of course, a lot's going on over at Pick Dogs. We got you on the morning show. And, of course, that Puck Dogs video series with you and Chris.
Yeah, definitely check out the Puck Dogs premium show, content that me and Chris got put out daily for you guys, all them videos, and especially definitely check out them Puck Dog parlays. We've been rolling on those. We decided to change it up a little and on the small card day, a dry prop parlay, and we hit it. So definitely check those out in the future. On a small card day, we'll definitely have to delve into some props. We got a goal scorer and an anytime assist goal guy there. So yeah, definitely check out me and Chris love doing those videos.
That's right, guys.
And the morning show is always good. Tune in 10:30 Eastern time. Me, Mitch, and Chris always have a good time. Sometimes we fly a little bit off the rails and get our little balls a little bit sticky and wet, and you never know where things end up there.
That's right. That's right. They get sometimes everybody gives each other a little fine tuning there. All right, tune-ups.
A little bit, yeah. Sometimes.
get you a little tune-up. Got to give them a little tune-up there once in a while. All right, Rod. Have a great night. I've noticed the cap tonight. It's not the Oilers. It's the Raptors.
Right, I got the because I'm going to root for the Raptors tonight.
All right.
I'll be rooting for the Oilers. You know that.
Oh yeah, well, that's a big game. Well, actually, you win this game, you're pretty much a shoo-in to win it. You're pretty much a shoo. I mean, the line is telling you. I mean, I saw this line movement. Wow, they're telling you who to. They're begging you. They're begging you. The game's already decided. The lines. The game is. I figured why you had that cap on. The line is telling you the game's already decided. Look at that line move.
Right? Look at the line movement.
It's already decided. It's already decided already.
It is. Oh, yeah, you can't beat this. Come on now. They're rolling.
Wow, you got to look at that. You got the
Ducks.
Ducks.
Head on so we can get a nice Raptors win, and
And then the Oilers hat come on afterwards. Probably after the first quarter. After the first quarter, you can take that hat off. It already been decided.
It'll be decided, yeah, by halftime. You can get to
halftime. And then, of course, the Ducks, the 2 against San Jose. It looks like if they can win this one, it's pretty much get the crown ready. Get this, that's what it looks like to me. You got it.
Yeah, right.
Cakewalk schedule. All right, Rod.
The rest of the way after these, this is the toughest, I think, out of the games left.
Yep, this is the roughest one because then you got Anaheim 2 against the Sharks, Colorado coming up. So it's all theirs for them. It's all there for them. All right, Rod.
We won Colorado this season, so
there you go.
They don't scare us.
They won't no scare whatsoever. This is the crazy one because if the Kings come out here and open the ice up and play that open style, that's what you want. I don't think the Kings can play that slow down, grinded out style. That they don't have the physicality, but They are sloppy as hell, but they can score. That's the scariness when they play the open ice. That's always the thing.
Yeah,
with the
exactly right. Ooh, they can. You can see it. They can score, but they can grind. That last game was a definitely grinder out, low scoring game. It was 1-0 for the longest time. Got 2, but that's all they got. You got to look. Skinner made 43 saves in that game last time out. So it's not like the Kings didn't have their chance to put the puck in the net. He just turned his head. Both goalies, Korpisalo in that game as well. Both were played lights out. So could this one go 8-7? Definitely could.
Oh, going back to the 80s and going back to the Gretzky's, the Pumpernickels, the Jimmy Fox, back in those Bernie Nichols. Going back to those days again. Lassard. Oh my goodness, those are crazy. Those are crazy series back in the 80s. All right, Ron, enjoy the games tonight. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Definitely. You have a good night, Tony. We'll see you tomorrow. See everybody else tomorrow morning.
That's right. Catch him in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Ron Zwacky here on the Drive Thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Let's get to my pick. Then we do the recap. Oh, we got Rod back again. All right, here we go. Let's continue on here on the Drive Thru. Time for my pick. Let's get that one up there. Looking here at this Warriors and Thunder game here tonight, 10 Eastern Time. And NBA League, TNT, only one game tonight. Where's the doubleheader? No doubleheader tonight, just one game. So this one goes to the League Pass, Warriors and the Thunder. And I thought this game would be in the 220s, maybe the 230s. When I saw this, I said, what? I should have been a premium. What was I thinking this morning? Under 242 and a half. I mean, have you guys seen the Thunder on the road? Have you seen the Thunder on? How are they? I mean, this is the team that's had so much struggle shooting the basketball on the road. I mean, and of course, the strength of this Warriors team is defending at home. That is their strength. So you got a weak Thunder team shooting the basketball on the road, and you got a strong home defense in Golden State. That's all you need to know. So this is basically a strength versus weakness angle, because the Thunder really struggles making baskets when they're not at home, and that is the key there. And of course, the numbers tell you that the home road, the recent home numbers here. When you look at the Thunder, they have lost 5 of their past 9 on the road. This is a dismal shooting here. 43% shooting over the last 9 road games, 31% from 3. And of course, the Golden State Warriors' strength is at home. Over their past 6 at home, they are holding teams 108 points per 100 possessions. So the play here is going to be under the total. Again, I don't see how it's this high. I've been looking at it all day. Said we know the Thunder has been bad shooting on the road, and how do you make this total again? And you know what, it may go over. Sometimes you overthink this so much. You think, how the hell can this line be 242? But it is, and I don't know how. And again, when you look at the Thunder's shooting on the road, and the Warriors' defense at home, no. So we'll go under 242 and a half, Thunder and Warriors. This one will have a start time here at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, guys, check out Pick Dog Stream. 4 premiums for you up there tonight. Again, we hit our best bet again. We've been on fire with that best bet. Got another best bet up there for you tonight, and with that $19 premium best bet again. So I've been on a run with that since March, since the end of February, early March. Since March started, as I said, my strategy during March Madness was get those best bets from the NBA where the value was, and we found them. Now we're looking at baseball tonight, so get on board with that. 3-pack as well up on the board, 2 NBA, 1 baseball, so 4 premiums on the board. Or get the long-term pass like many of you are, 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period. Just select when you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase. Pick is the promo code to save 15% off. You can add another capper with me on the 2-for-1 capper promotion. Match me up with the Rod. Match me up with Alex, Damian, Tony Brown, Al Nino, Shane Mickle, Jay Briggs, Wayne Scott. Your 2-for-1 capper promotion is your best value over at Pick Dog Stream. Time for the recap. Alex got us started with the Blue Jackets hockey, big dog plus 355 versus Maple Leafs. Damian, Corey Kurtzberg from the Washington Wizards over 17.5 points because somebody has to score. Tony Brown says Rays run line, lay the run and a half, minus 118 against the Nationals. Alan Ninos, Blue Jays Royals over 10. Shane was on the Grizzlies, laid the 17.5 against the Trailblazers. Jay, like the Pistons, laid the Pistons plus. The Pistons plus 13.5 here against the Heat. Wayne was on the Bucks, lay the 14 against the Wizards. Rod says Raptors lay the 14.5 here against the Hornets. I will be on Thunder Warriors under total of 242.5. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of the Drive Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again for you. Bringing our cappers here from Pick Dogs, and we'll get off the place for you live here on the show. I'd like to thank everybody here in the chat for their contributions, like Nick Likes Vegas. Cody was with us today. Bismarck as well. Nicholas Handy as well. Always appreciate Nicholas's Handy's gestures there in the chat. 45P in the house today, as well as Ramon, Adam, VSG Music in there. And we got Top G Network as well. So lots of good contributors in our chat room. Appreciate everyone's contributions. And which one do you like the most? I always like to ask the chat room that. Which game did you like? As I go through the rundown, which one do you like the best out of these on the show tonight? All right, guys, and I'll put it up for you right now. This is what we had. All right, guys, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll bring out the cappers in for the plays. Remember to always get started every day here at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show. You got Ron, you got Chris, you got Mitch. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Bane Tools show, as well as the Puck Dogs with Chris and Rod Zawacki giving off those NHL videos. Also, too, Jay's got his jam session morning drop here. It's on demand. Then he goes live at 4 p.m. Eastern Time with his NBA Jam Live. Also, too, make note here of Ron Romanelli's baseball breakdown, right? He breaks down Major League Baseball, lots of picks there, as well as David Racy will be up back soon with his short series. So will Javon here is coming back here as well with his parlay as well. So that will roll here on the drive-thru. All right, we got a response here. Pierce likes Yankees better than Braves bet. That says our man Pierre. Thank you for your contributions tonight. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. We had a full crew day. We're going to wait goodbye, guys. You guys have a great evening, afternoon. We'll catch up with you again here tomorrow.